Yes, I'm standing here now with Ferry Meewisse in Utrecht. He's a handbag designer. Ferry, tell me something about yourself.
Okay, I started my company some 12 years ago after I studied at the Art Academy in Arnhem. And since then I've been designing bags and developing my label.
Okay. So you started off with more of the geometrical kinds of handbags, right?
Yes, that's what I did. Those are kind of experimental. You can actually use them, but they are not the most practical bags ever. So these two are the same. If you pull the loops like that, it automatically folds. So I experimented a lot with this. Also in this shape.
Oh. Okay.
When you fold it, all the black pieces go downwards and the white up.
So you told me something about the second use of your handbag. So the second use, besides putting things into it, is that they are easily stored, right?
Yeah, because they fold flat, you can easily put them in a drawer or stow them away somewhere. So it wasn't really originally the idea, but when I started thinking about these bags, I really like these shapes and how they could actually fold. So it's more kind of from the construction perspective that I came up with it.
Yes. What kind of material actually are you using? Are you using leather or other things too?
For these bags, for actually all my bags, I'm using leather. But in these bags specifically, I'm also using kite fabric because it's really thin and really strong. So this is what I actually used for kites. So it's the lining of the bag.
Can I have a look inside?
Yeah. And the leather is stitched onto it.
Oh yeah, okay. How about colors? These colors are quite bright, but you're not always using bright colors, are you?
I'm using a lot of black and brown and grey, but also the brighter colors.
Yeah.
So for some customers they really like the more cheerful colors. Yeah.
Is it actually just for women or also for men?
It's for both actually. When I start designing, I don't think of who the bag will will actually use the bag. So I just come up with an idea, and then afterwards it's interpreted by the customer.
By the way, your customers, where do they come from?
They come from all over the world actually, but most of them are in Japan, but also throughout Europe and in the US and everywhere actually.
You have an idea why Japanese people like your stuff?
Well, somehow my style appeals to them. I don't know exactly why.
Okay. So down here we have something special. What's that?
It's a small stool that I made as a project for a furniture designer. They wanted to make the connection between, because we both work with leather, the furniture people and I, so they wanted to have my view on working with leather in a piece of furniture. So this is what I designed for them. And actually the stitching was just so fine that they couldn't even make it in their own production facilities. So I had them made with my producer.
So this is actually a stool where you can sit on and it can be folded.
It cannot be folded. It has the idea.
But it has the idea because there's a zipper there, right? Is there a zipper?
That's just how the upholstery closes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not actually foldable.
Can you sit on it?
Sure.
Oh, by the way, how tall are you actually?
I'm 2 meters. Exactly.
You're actually 2 meters. Okay, but this tool fits very well for you. Okay, thank you. And so more items around here are, for example, the blue one.
Yeah, after I've been doing the experimental pieces for a while and didn't sell that much, I thought I'd come up with a really practical piece. So it's really basic. It's just a tote bag. And for this one, there's also an idea in the construction that the handles are included in the leather.
Oh, I see.
Like
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a rivet.
Okay. And then we have this bag that can be folded.
Yeah. So this third bag actually combines the ideas of the first two. It's a really practical bag, but it also folds. Someone asked me to design a travel bag, and when he asked me the question, I immediately thought a travel bag is normally really big and it kind of collapses not so charmingly. So I wanted to direct the process of collapsing a little bit.
Yeah, well that's very nice.
Well.
Just to get an idea, how much would a bag like that cost?
This one is 350 euro.
350
and
euros.
this one is a little bit less, like 280 or something.
And then we have on our right hand side some other bags, right?
Yeah, this one for example is made of one basic element. You see here, it's like a square, and it's repeated throughout the bag. So the bag doesn't have any seams at all. It's made completely of these parts that are, well, it's kind of like a puzzle.
Can I have a look inside?
Yeah, of course. Well, the interesting thing with this bag, there's a zipper in the bottom of the lining, which you can open, and then you can see the whole construction of the bag, because I really liked how it looked inside, so I wanted to, you know, the customer to be able to see all of that.
Oh, God, that's interesting.
And then you can close the
that's fine.
lining again,
Great,
so that you can use it. It also provides a secret pocket.
So you have a very special style. Tell me something about how did you actually become a handbag designer?
It was kind of a coincidence. I started out designing furniture and ceramics and all kinds of things. And once I made my first bag, it was actually for a project in which we worked together with the fashion department at the academy. Then I thought, oh, this kind of works really well. I wasn't really into bags, but it happens like that. Yeah.
So did you study here in Utrecht or did you study somewhere else?
No, in Arnhem.
In Arnhem,
yeah.
Okay. So next on the table is a grey bag.
Yeah, this is a really nice bag because it's the first leather that I ever found which is 100% biodegradable. And for this leather I chose to have a really natural finish, so that it comes with all the natural marks that are normally in the leather. And in the bag I stitched like this circle with the arrow next to it to indicate I've seen this mark on the leather, but I purposely left it in. Because normally you would cut around it and then you have a lot of waste.
Or you would get complaints by the customers, and then you already said, yes, I know about it, and it's part of the project.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all around the bag. Here's one, here's one in the bag.
Oh,
and
that's funny.
Every single piece of this design looks different.
Great. Okay. And then we have something else still here on the chair.
Yeah, this one is kind of reminding us about this one, because here it's two pieces of leather, but the stitching of the bag goes all around, so like in these lines, and the print that's on the bag is actually a pattern for how to make the bag. So you have to stitch in the order which is indicated here. First you stitch number 1 and then number
it's like painting by numbers a bit?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
There are no normal seams, but it's all just the square pattern.
Oh yeah.
And it also includes to attach the handles and the zipper and the...
So you make part of the production a part of the design?
Yeah, I included it in the design.
Oh, that's...
So if you have this print, you can actually reproduce the bag.
Okay, that's very nice. Okay, so next step will be that we will look into your workshop, where you, I think, will do something for a wallet, right?
Yeah.
That will be our next episode. So see you then.